Welcome to the online radio and television station. Here is today's news report. Facing heavy rains in the northern mountainous area, causing flash floods in Vamban district, Lào province, killing 3 people, damaging people's houses in the area, the Prime Minister received electricity remediation and ways to cope with floods.
The Prime Minister requested people's committees of provinces and cities organize visits to families with members who passed away, mobilize forces to support people in repairing houses, and provide essential necessities. We need to closely monitor the rain and flood by deploying a shock force at the facility to inspect and review the safety of the people, especially the area at high risk of flash floods, landslides. For these forces to get ready, we need the right equipment to cope when situation arises. All the ministries and branches, according to the state management functions and assigned tasks, will actively coordinate with localities in responding and assisting the localities in handling and overcoming consequences when required.
Export and import growth has increased altogether in the first quarter of 2021. Bringing the scale of import and export turnover to reach $154 billion, going beyond the same period of 2020. With this result, it's likely that this year the whole country will reach the import and export turnover milestone of $600 billion.
Notably, in the field of export and import, currently the Ministry of Industry and Trade is considering submitting to the Prime Minister a new strategy on import and export activities in the coming period, both to replace the old strategy in the past 10 years. At the same time, it's also a new direction in the current world context in terms of international business, environmental factors, geographical factors, natural factors, as well as production, the impact of science and technology. This will be the biggest and most basic support from the Ministry of Industry and Trade in the long term.
According to the Department of Preventive Medicine, the Ministry of Health said that Vietnam will pilot a small-scale vaccine passport, possibly in the tourist areas or some golf courses.
The Department of Preventive Medicine said that the Ministry of Health and many agencies are still developing plans considering which country to apply, multilateral, bilateral, or consensus between countries, and ways to apply the vaccine while traveling. Currently, a number of localities such as Quảng Nam and Phú Quốc are proposing to pilot the application of vaccine passports for short-stay guests, just playing golf or resting without moving. This may be a model that still needs to get tested, but it requires local authorities and the police and the managing agency to strictly manage the arrivals.
Delegates attending the 9th Congress of the Communist Party of Cuba, PCC, have unanimously passed 5 resolutions, including a political report to the Congress submitted by the first secretary of the PCC, General Paul Castro, presented in the opening section.
According to the evaluation of 300 delegates attending the Congress, the political report has an objective to fairly and clearly assess the tasks that the Cuban party and people have performed in the past 5 years. The resolution supported General Raul Castro's critical remarks when he frankly recognized the weaknesses in the implementation of the national mission, bureaucracy, stagnation, and the ability to respond to change, lack of consistencies, the sense of vision, and the spirit of supervision in the face of negative phenomena. The past resolution emphasizes national economic development, along with the fighting for peace, maintaining ideology of the party's main tasks. In the session of the same day, delegates voted to elect members of the new Central Committee of the party. The results will be announced on the closing day of the Congress on the 19th of April.
Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has ordered an investigation of the railway accident in the Caliobia province that killed at least 11 people and injured 98 others.
The Accident Investigation Committee consisted of the Administrative Control Agency, the Military's Technical Agency, the Military Technical School, and other engineering departments. In addition, President el-Sisi also asked to quickly compensate the victim in the accident. Earlier, the National Railway Committee of Egypt said 4 cars of the train running through the Cairo-Manouria Railway were derailed near the city of Taf in Caliubia province, north of the capital city Cairo yesterday. Currently, the train driver and 8 other railway staff have been detained by the security officials to investigate the cause of the accident. Egypt has one of the oldest and largest railway networks in the region. The country often witnesses fatal train accidents.
That's all of the news today. Thank you for joining us.